All right, we are going to jump right into the 6.1 notes. And like I mentioned in class, a lot of this should hopefully be review for you. Lesson 1 is all about naming polynomials and then adding and subtracting polynomials. So we give polynomials two names. The first name is based on the degree of the polynomial. And degree just really means the highest exponent. Okay, so we'll put name here. Degree 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the last row is 6 or more. Okay, so degree 0, we call that a constant, which means it has no variable. Degree 1 is linear. So for example, 5x minus 2, that's an example of a linear polynomial. We've seen linear things before, y equals mx plus b, and this looks like that. Degree 2, we just finished our unit on all sorts of degree 2 equations and functions, aka quadratic. So negative 3x squared plus 7x minus 1. That is an example of a quadratic polynomial. Degree 3, cubic. This one's hopefully easy to remember because degree 3 means we have x cubed. Okay, that's an example of a cubic polynomial. Degree 4 is quartic. The way I remember this one is we have 4 quarters. So quartic is degree 4. So negative 2x to the 4th minus 4x squared. That's an example of a quartic polynomial. Degree 5 is quintic. I don't really have a good way to remember it, other than if you can remember that quintuplets is 5 babies born at the same time. But degree 5 means we have like x to the 5th. So 7x to the 5th plus 2x squared minus x, something like that. Now, if it's degree 6 or more, we don't have a fancy name for it. We just call it 6th degree, 7th degree, and so on. All right, if you still need to get these down, make sure you pause the video and you're all caught up. We are going to move on to the second name. The second name is based on the number of terms. So number of terms, we either have 1, 2, 3, or 4 or more. So one term, we have a monomial. Hopefully now you remember what these ones are. 2 terms is a binomial. 3 terms, trinomial. 4 or more, we just call it a polynomial because poly means many. So if you have many terms, we just call it a polynomial. All right, last couple ideas here. Writing a polynomial in standard form means we write the terms in order from largest degree to smallest. So all of the examples of polynomials that I gave you up in the first table there, those are all in standard form. These are all in standard form because, for example, this last one here, this quintic polynomial, I start with degree 5, then I have degree 2, then this is degree 1. The cubic one, I go degree 3, degree 2, and this is a constant, which means it's degree 0. So standard form means that we write the terms in a certain order. The leading coefficient is the number in front, and this is important, when in standard form. When in standard form. All right, so let's try a few more of these. So it says rewrite each polynomial in standard form. Then we're going to name the polynomial and state the leading coefficient. All right, so I got to rearrange these terms so they're in the right order. So I first have to put 4x cubed. Then we're going to put 2x. Then the minus 1. This is degree 3, so it's a cubic. And it has 3 terms, so it's a cubic trinomial. The leading coefficient is the number in front, so LC for leading coefficient is 4. All right, let's try example 2. First, we got to go x to the 5th, then 7x cubed minus 11x, and the constant will always go last. This is degree 5, so quintic, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, so polynomial. All right, leading coefficient. What is the number in front? Well, technically, it is a 1. It's a 1x to the 5th. So leading coefficient is 1. All right, I would like you to try example 3 on your own. So pause the video and try example 3, and then restart the video when you think that you've got it. All right, so in standard form, this should be negative 2x squared plus 4x. It is a quadratic binomial, and the leading coefficient is negative 2. All right, last couple of examples here, adding and subtracting. And guys, this is literally just combining like terms. It also says to write your answer in standard form. So when I do these, instead of going in order that the terms are right now, I go in the order that I'm going to have to write them at the end. So I actually start with the highest degree possible. So I have 14x cubed. I don't see any other like terms. So that's there. Then I see I have 3x squared plus x squared, which gives me 4x squared. Then we have x and a minus x, which are going to actually cancel. And lastly, I have the constants 7 and 2, so plus 9. Now, this one is different. This is a subtraction. And what you have to remember is that this subtraction, we're basically going to distribute that negative to everything. So I like to rewrite. This stays the same. This is going to become minus 3x squared minus 2x minus negative 5 becomes plus 5. Now I can go through and combine like terms. So those x squared terms go together. That negative 2x is all by itself. And then I have 1 and 5, so 6. All right, that is it for the 6-1 notes. Make sure you bring this paper back with you for next class. And you can go ahead and watch the 6-2 notes, and we'll see you next week.